Hi, I'm Leah. 8 years of marriage to Mark had me believing I'd won the lottery in life. He's handsome, successful, and everyone in our social circle envies what we have, or at least what I thought we had. Our three-bedroom house in Oakwood Estates is everything I dreamed of. Custom kitchen, backyard pool, the works. Mark's investment firm has been killing it for years. Baby, we're just getting started, he'd always say, kissing my forehead while showing off another quarter of impressive returns. I was dusting the living room on a Tuesday when it happened. Mark has this weird thing about his ficus plant. Nobody touches it but him. It's sensitive to different people's energies, he'd explain with that charming smile. But it desperately needed cleaning, and he was at a 3-day conference in Chicago. What he doesn't know won't hurt him, I whispered to myself, carefully lifting the ceramic pot. That's when my elbow caught the edge of the bookshelf, and the pot slipped from my hands. The crash echoed through our empty house. Shit. I scrambled to clean up, gathering soil and ceramic shards. That's when I noticed something odd, a false bottom in the pot. My heart raced as I pried it open. 3 thumb drives and a stack of documents tied with a rubber band. My first thought was identity theft protection. Mark always talked about security, but why hide them in a plant pot? I plugged the first drive into my laptop. Spreadsheets appeared, showing accounts I'd never seen before. Transfers to offshore locations, names and figures that made no sense. The second drive had photos. Mark with a stunning brunette, holding hands, kissing at what looked like a beach resort. The woman had Vanessa tattooed on her wrist. The documents were worse: fake IDs, account information for clients, and withdrawal confirmations for enormous sums. My hands shook as I dialed Sophia's number. Can you come over? Now? It's an emergency. 20 minutes later, Sophia was at my door, still in her hospital scrubs from her nursing shift. What happened? Are you okay? Her eyes widened at my tear-streaked face. I found something. In Mark's plant. I showed her everything. The drives, the photos, the documents. Jesus, Leah. This looks like fraud? And who's the woman? I don't know. Mark's supposed to be in Chicago at a finance conference. Call him right now. See what he says. I shook my head. I can't let him know I found this. Not yet. Look at these client account numbers. These are his investors. And look at the withdrawals. Could there be an explanation? For hiding drives in a pot with a false bottom? For another woman? For what looks like millions in transfers to the Caymans? Sophia put her arm around me. What are you going to do? I stared at the screen, at the face of the man I thought I knew. I'm going to find out everything, and then I'm going to destroy him. The next morning, after a sleepless night, Sophia and I spread everything across my dining room table. I'd made copies of all the documents and backed up the drives. We need to be methodical, I said, sorting the papers into piles. Financial records here, personal stuff there. Sophia whistled as she examined a spreadsheet. These numbers don't add up. Look at this client. They invested $2 million, but only 1.5 shows up in the official paperwork. Where's the other $500K? In Mark's pocket, I'm guessing. I pointed to another document. And it's not just one client. Look at the pattern. He skims between 20 to 30% off the top of major investments. How long has this been going on? I checked the dates. At least 5 years. That's millions. Jesus. My stomach churned. All those charity galas he hosted, the donations to children's hospitals, it was all stolen money. While Sophia continued organizing, I fired up my old laptop. Before becoming Mark's trophy wife, I'd worked in IT security. Those skills were about to come in handy. I'm going to trace these account numbers, see where the money's really going. 3 hours and 6 cups of coffee later, I had a clearer picture. He's been moving money through shell companies, then to personal accounts in the Caymans and Switzerland. Classic embezzlement. What about this Vanessa chick? I pulled up social media. Nothing under that name connected to Mark. I need more info. You should talk to Daniel, Sophia suggested. Mark's partner must know something. I texted Daniel asking to meet for coffee, claiming I wanted to surprise Mark with an anniversary gift. He agreed immediately. The next day at Riverside Cafe, Daniel looked nervous from the moment he sat down. Thanks for meeting me. I wanted to get Mark something special and thought you might have ideas since you work together. Daniel fidgeted with his coffee cup. Sure, yeah. Watches? He likes watches. He's been traveling so much lately. Chicago this week, right? Last month it was that conference in Miami? Chicago. Right. The Blackstone meeting? My pulse quickened. Mark had said it was a conference, not a specific meeting. And that woman who called the office last week, Vanessa, is she a client? Daniel's coffee sloshed over the rim. I don't recall any Vanessa. Listen, I've got another appointment. It's weird, Daniel. Mark's been working late, taking calls in the bathroom, and now I find out there's no Blackstone conference in Chicago this week. Daniel stood abruptly. I really need to go. Mark's fine. Everything's fine. After he left, I followed him. He went straight to his car and made a panicked call. I couldn't hear the conversation, but his expression said everything. Back home, I dug deeper into the drives, breaking through password protections Mark had set up. Hidden folders revealed property records. A beachfront condo in Miami purchased 3 years ago under an LLC, the same LLC that received regular transfers from the Cayman account. Then I found the photo album. Mark and Vanessa at their Miami condo, on a yacht, shopping for jewelry. The timestamps showed a pattern. Every business trip aligned perfectly with these photos. The final folder contained receipts. Cartier, Tiffany, luxury car payments. None of these gifts had ever come to me. My phone buzzed with a text from Mark. Missing you, babe. Big meeting tomorrow, then flying home. Can't wait to see you. I clutched the phone, rage building inside me. You have no idea what's waiting for you, I whispered. I met Elena Rivera at a diner across town. My college friend turned financial crimes detective examined the evidence with a grim expression. Securities fraud? Money laundering? Embezzlement? This is serious, Leah. Can you help me build a case? I'll start investigating discreetly. Just don't confront him yet. Men like this get dangerous when cornered. I nodded, but already had other plans. The next day, I flew to Miami instead of visiting my mom as I'd told Mark. The luxury condo concierge easily believed I was Vanessa's cousin. When she opened the door, her perfect face fell. You're Mark's wife. Mind if I come in? The Ocean View condo was twice as nice as our house. Photos of them decorated every surface. He told me he was divorced, Vanessa whispered, sinking onto her white leather sofa. He proposed last month. The diamond on her finger made mine look pathetic. Using stolen money, he's embezzling from his clients. Her face paled. The business trips to the Caymans. I suspected something wasn't right. He gets angry when you ask questions? Vanessa pulled up her sleeve, revealing bruises. He said I was imagining things, that I'm crazy. I believe you, I said, and I need your help to take him down. When I returned home, Mark cornered me in the kitchen. Where were you really yesterday? Your mother said you never showed up. You called my mom? You're acting strange, asking Daniel weird questions about my business? Like why you're in Miami when you're supposedly in Chicago? His face darkened. You've been snooping through my things? Like your precious ficus pot? Mark's eyes widened. He grabbed my wrist, twisting hard. What did you find? What do you know? Everything, Mark. About Vanessa, the money, all of it. His hand cracked across my face. I tasted blood. No one will believe you, he snarled. Your history of anxiety? Everyone thinks you're unstable. I laughed. I recorded this entire conversation and sent it to 3 different people. His face contorted with rage. He lunged at me, hands aiming for my throat. I was ready. The taser Elena had given me connected with his chest. Mark dropped to the floor. That's just the beginning, I said, stepping over him to grab my pre-packed bag. See you at the gala tomorrow night. I slammed the door behind me, already calling Sophia. Everything was set for the final act. Mark would never see it coming, but everyone else would witness his downfall. I touched my bruised cheek, feeling nothing but cold determination. He'd stolen years of my life with his lies. Tomorrow I'd take everything from him. The annual investment gala at the Grand Hyatt was Mark's favorite night of the year. His chance to schmooze clients, flaunt success, and cement his reputation as the city's financial golden boy. I arrived separately, wearing the red dress he always loved. Bruise carefully concealed beneath makeup. Sophia and Elena were already positioned. Vanessa waited in the wings. Daniel nervously checked his phone near the bar. Mark strutted through the crowd, shaking hands and slapping backs. His smile faltered when he spotted me. Surprised to see me? I clinked my champagne glass against his. What? No kiss for your wife? We need to talk privately, he hissed, gripping my elbow. No, I think we should talk right here. I nodded to the tech team who killed the music and dimmed the lights. The projector screen descended from the ceiling. Ladies and gentlemen, I announced, my voice steady. My husband has prepared a special presentation tonight. The first slide appeared. Spreadsheets documenting the fraud, highlighted for clarity. Client names, missing millions, offshore accounts. What the hell are you doing? Mark lunged for me, but security guards, arranged by Elena, blocked his path. Showing your clients exactly where their money went. I clicked to the next slide. Photos of the Miami condo, the yacht, the cars. Murmurs rippled through the crowd. A woman gasped. That's my retirement fund! This is absurd, Mark shouted. My wife is mentally unstable. These are fake. That's when Vanessa stepped forward, engagement ring glinting. Tell them about us, Mark. About the promises you made. His face turned ashen. Vanessa, don't what? Tell them how you proposed with stolen money? Or how you hit me when I asked questions? The final blow came from Daniel, who stepped forward with a flash drive. I've been cooperating with authorities. Everything's here. The transfers, the accounts, all of it. Elena emerged with 2 uniformed officers. Mark Evans, you're under arrest for securities fraud, embezzlement, and domestic assault. As they handcuffed him, Mark's facade crumbled. Leah, please. I made mistakes. I'll fix everything. I love you. I stepped close enough to smell that unfamiliar cologne. I recorded you attempting to strangle me yesterday. That's Exhibit A at your domestic violence trial. 6 months later, I sat across from Mark in the prison visiting room. His designer suits replaced by orange jumpsuit. His golden tan faded to prison pallor. 15 years, he said. My lawyer says with good behavior, I'm not here for reconciliation. I'm here to serve you divorce papers and let you know your victims have filed a class action suit for the remaining assets. I've changed, Leah. I'm getting therapy, finding God. Save it for your parole hearing in 2040 today. I'm moving into my new apartment. The settlement from selling our house, the only legitimate asset Mark had, gave me enough to start over. Sophia carries in the last box as Elena arranges takeout containers on my kitchen counter. To new beginnings, Sophia raises her beer bottle. And to real friends, I add. My phone buzzes with another text from Mark's prison email account. I delete it without reading, just like all the others. Some toxic people don't deserve forgiveness. Some betrayals cut too deep for second chances. The plant by my window isn't a ficus. It's a resilient little succulent that thrives in any condition, just like me. Do you think Leah was right to completely reject Mark's apologies? Or should she have considered forgiveness after he claimed to have changed in prison? Is permanently cutting toxic people out of our lives the healthiest approach? Or does everyone deserve a second chance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear whether you would have handled the situation differently, or if you faced similar betrayals in your own life. If you enjoyed this revenge story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more compelling content. Your support helps this channel grow, and I'm always looking for new story ideas from my subscribers.